Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Peanut, why not? And I'm checking in live from the Why Not Show. And today I got a very special guest, Chris Larceny. What's poppin'?
What's good? Yours truly, none other Chris Larceny in the building. And we about to go into some real crazy interviews, some behind the scenes and stuff. You ain't never know, you about to know now. You dig? Stay tuned. L's up.
The Flyway, the late movie, man, an incredible movie. So Chris, how was it for you growing up, man?
It was, I was one out of 6 kids. So, I got 3 sisters and I got 2 brothers. So, growing up, we grew up in a West Indian upbringing. My parents are from Guyana. And my siblings, they're from the UK, so they're from England. So, I was born into an international family, you know what I'm saying? But my parents coming here as immigrants, they were hustlers, so what my mom knew best, she knew how to cook, you know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people say their parents cook, but anybody who takes my mom's cooking, knows my mom really could cook. So, what I'm saying, we grew up, my mom was hustling. She was at the Labor Day Festival, Eastern Parkway every year, Kitty Carnival, African Festival, all these big festivals that went on in New York, we were at selling food. So, I knew about how to get a preparation, how to, since young, you know what I'm saying? And from that came other business, snow cone business, hot dog business, restaurant, you know what I'm saying? It just grew and manifested. So since young, I was into hustling, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that was, been embedded in me as growing up.
You gotta have that drive. So hustling and being around moms giving you that drive, what would you say were some of your favorite hobbies at that time? Even having to hustle, what was your motivation?
Even as hustling, as growing up, you tend to look back at what was your main things that got you in the direction of what you're doing now. And when I reflect on it, I look back and I'm like, okay, I used to love going to the movies. You know what I'm saying? I used to love music. I love rapping. I love acting. You know what I'm saying? I love putting on stuff with the family or my sister and doing those skits. And, this is all things that I love doing. I love writing. So, when you find what is your main niche, then you do get a chance to sit back and reflect about, okay, these are the things I let up. So what my love is right now, you know what I'm saying? And that's those things.
Now, going through these things and being motivated from going to the movies and liking to act, at what point did you say, you know what, I'm gonna create my own movie?
It's crazy. I started off, rapping, you know what I'm saying? So, I was first signed to Clark Kent in New York. Shout out to DJ Clark Kent. That's where I got my first break, with Superman. So, being there and then manifesting in Florida, I had to figure out, okay, what do I do from here? So I definitely stayed in music, but when I got the opportunity to do the film and I did the transition from being a rapper to a director, I basically knew right, this is my call, this is what I want to do. And after doing my first movie, I worked on doing my second movie. And my first movie was Game of Difficult. And I had distribution with Maverick Entertainment on that project. I was blessed to do it independently and do that project. The second film was Hustler's Work. And then we had Brooklyn Powell, we had Rick Ross, before he got signed, we had Bill Carousel Cartel, doing the process of doing that project. And then all of a sudden, hurricanes came and I had to stop production. You know what I'm saying? And you already know what that led on and what it brought to New Orleans. So that was during the time when we was filming. So during the hiatus of not being able to pick production back up, Ross, with blessing, he got signed. You know, the first song was Every Day I'm Hustling. You know, so, and can't be mad at Ross, he was out getting his script, getting his check. You know, so like now you got to be like, all right, what do I do from this? You know, I'm on the road with Ross. You know what I'm saying? I'm running Poco Films. I'm with Poco. You know, we on the road. You know what I'm saying? From Ross, I'm on the road with Flo Rida. You know, so I'm on the road with Flo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Poco, shout out to Strong, shout out to Flo Rida, shout out to Ross. You know what I'm saying? MG. You know, but I have to figure like what's for me. You get what I mean? You with the biggest label, you with the biggest artist, but somehow you yourself is not comfortable in your position. There's people that would dream and kill to be in your position, but yet somehow your inner soul is not connected where you're not comfortable being in the position where you at. You get what I'm saying? And it has nothing to do with the people around you. It has nothing to do with it, just you finding yourself. You get what I mean? So I was a fan of The Wire. I love The Wire. You know what I'm saying? Like The Wire whole emphasis on taking brand new talent and put them with veterans, you know, and have a good, great storyline. And you know, it brought wonders to Baltimore, and it did wonders for people's careers. Nobody knew who Michael B. Jordan was. You know what I'm saying? But he got his start from The Wire. And he wasn't even in there for the whole duration of the series. But he got his opportunity. You get what I'm saying? You know, you have Idris Elba. You know, he's not even from America. He's the UK, bro. But the man's an extraordinary actor. You know, he has that easy transition where he can put on an American accent and you know, and he can kill with some mysterious roles. But the thing is, it gave a platform. You get what I'm saying? And me being from New York, coming to Florida, and you know, really learning what Miami, true Miami is about. You know, I felt the world needs to see it. You know what I'm saying? So this is the perfect platform for me to do is bring it. So I'm like, okay, this is my program. This is what I'm meant to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm meant to go ahead and get this done. So, you know, I wanted to do a TV series. And I made my mind up. After doing Hustler's World and not finishing Hustler's World, I wanted to start brand new from scratch. So, you know, I had to come up with the perfect situation. I said, okay, what do I have to do to make this work? And asking yourself a million times of what you have to do to make this work, the solution was, I have to come up with a movie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hold on. In order for me to reach my goal, I have to come up with a movie. So, you know what I'm saying? What is the perfect name to have of this project is The Lick. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I basically manifested and turned what I was going to shoot as a Hustle World movie and turned it into a television series, but renamed it, re-strategized it, you know what I'm saying, and keep it pushing.
Now, after you said, I'm going to create films for the first time, and you actually brought that to life, and you actually seen this on the screen yourself as a finished product, what was going through your mind? Because you remember in the beginning it was just a thought, but to actually bring it to life and say, dang, I actually directed my first movie, what was going through your mind at that point?
I was privileged to do my own independent first film. Okay, I did it on my own. Then I was blessed to work with some extraordinary people and do some classic projects like MICH with Ross, like the true story on Macazo, when all hell breaks loose with Gangland, you know. But this was something that was, now you're able to see what I manifested to from my where I started off to where I'm at right now. So to finally get a chance to get your favorite, actors that even you're fans of yourself, of their work, and to get them to come and you direct them on something that you wrote, something that you created, and then to see the final product, and then to see what the fans and everybody's opinion is on the project. Man, it's like a high like no other drug or anything could possibly give. You know what I'm saying? For you to actually see, people understand a dream is just a dream, and it will remain a dream until you make it a reality. You know what I'm saying? So the minute you take that dream that you manifested and you turn it into reality, you turn it into something tangible, something you can hold, something that you could play, something that's your legacy that you can leave here no matter what. You know what I'm saying? You actually created something to possibly kill your generational curse when it comes to wealth. And see, people understand that's what it is, bro. It's not about getting money. That's only half of what it is. You gotta create something that you can make money while you sleep. When you create something that you can make money while you sleep, then you got it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole real business aspect of it. Anybody can get money, but to make money while you sleep, then you're good. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what it is. And that's what we all hustle and try to get to that one goal. But yeah, to get a dream and turn it into reality and everything you manifest come 10 times fold is a feeling like no other. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, until you experience that, then you definitely understand why you go to the club and celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Why you get a toast to yourself. Now you have truly accomplished something. You know what I'm saying? You have not accomplished anything until you made yourself happy. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Thank you. That one just hit me here. So, who would you say gave you that push when you say, you know what, I'm gonna do it, but I don't know? Because I know in the mix of it been some days where you're like, man, who would you say gave you that motivational push to, you know what, Chris, you got this?
I gotta say all blessings be to God. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. But it took me like 9 years and some change to get the TV series out. Through that course, my best friend got killed, murdered, made national news, made first 48. And he was in the league. I lost probably one of the most beautifulest actresses, Jokeisha Brown, that was in the league. Beautiful person, beautiful girl, talented. She got killed on her birthday, murdered in Atlanta, national news. And I lost my son to a freak accident during Christmas time. 4 months later after that, I lost my nephew. He committed suicide. Bro, you really have to have tough skin. So when you say what really pushes you, when it comes to your breaking point, and you have the fans, and you have people who really put their time and their energy on the dream that you have. You know what I'm saying? So here we go back to that dream and manifesting it. You put all these people in position know what I'm saying? You put yourself, your hard work, your sweat, your sacrifice. Even when you finish and reach your goal, there's people along your journey that's not able to even see and, clap at your accomplishments as well as theirs. So now you have a choice. You could give it in, you could give in. Easy, that's the easiest thing to do. But then you can turn all of that energy, negative energy, into positive and use it as a pushing force to reach your goal. You know what I'm saying? What I did is something, when we do stuff, bro, we do it because it's our dream, it's our passion. We don't look at the accolades. We don't look at the ripple effects of things that we created. We're not on that. We got tunnel vision. We're just chasing our success. But when you really realize it, you're doing something that's historic, something that's never been done before. You know what I'm saying? No one thought to put these type of actors, to put this type of project together. No one thought that but you. They can never take that away from you. You wrote it, you created it, you casted it, you produced it, you directed it, you edited it, you did everything. That marketing, anytime somebody said they seen it, oh, that was you. So the only person to finish it is you. So you can't let them people down. You can't let them loved ones down. You can't even let yourself down. You get what I'm saying? So, the story of the Lick is not about just a young director doing a dope project. It's the story of relentlessness. It's the story of perseverance. It's the story of, losing loved ones. Having to rebuild. Having to have the bag, shoot, lose it. Wake up and you in the mud. Now you gotta get it out of the mud, you gotta get it back on top. Everyone is celebrating the movie, which I appreciate to everybody on my fans. Throw your L's in. But the whole purpose of doing the movie was to get in front of HBO, Showtime, BET, Netflix, AMC, all Amazon, Hulu, all the major streaming services and networks. Where they at? They're at the film festival. So, but guess what? There is no category for no TV series to get in the film festival. So, which film festival coming to Miami that's the biggest? The ABFF. How are we gonna get it there as a TV series? Okay, let's figure how we're gonna do this. Okay, so after a couple of after a couple of some grams going through and the mind start working, I said, you know what? The best way to do this is for me to turn this TV series into a movie, put it in the film festival. Let's roll the dice. You get what I'm saying? Which was one of the things that I didn't tell nobody, because if I fall flat on my face, nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? If I turn the world, then everyone's expecting. You know what I'm saying? So, I kept it quiet. When we got in, I was like, wow. Because now, when you get in, you are considered one of the top narrative films for the 2020 of that year. So now understand this. Your television series that you converted into a movie just to get in front of the network so you could close your situation. Now it already got selected as one of the top narrative films out of all the selected films that was turned in to the American Black Film Festival. So with that is an accomplishment. When we found out we had 43 countries turned in to watch the Lick. You know what I'm saying? When you have the fans that are going ahead and saying they love it, they want more. You know what I'm saying? That's something you can't pay for. That's something that matter, even the dopest magician can't create. You know what I'm saying? That's something organic. You know what I'm saying? That's God's plan. So, people understand, even though the way the world is, we all sitting down for COVID, it's a situation, time for you to recreate yourself, find yourself. You know what I'm saying? Time for you, it's cool for you to experiment, see what it is. You gotta take a chance. You know what I'm saying? No one's gonna move you from your position better than yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's no moving company. There's nobody that's gonna help you. Don't be looking for a handout. You gotta go get it. So if you don't have that type of mentality, then you're gonna lose every time.
That's real. So you got to go into it with a winning mindset. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna be number one. So tell me a little bit about season 1.
Oh, season 1 is crazy, man. For everybody who saw the lick, that's basically like 3 episodes put together. You know what I'm saying? Every episode is the hour. So you got about like 45 minutes of raw storyline. So basically season 1 goes into where you have the OG, Rich, which is played by Clifton Powell. For those who want to know who Clifton Powell is, that is one of, let me see, he plays definitely in Friday After Next, Pink Nooka. You definitely see him in, everybody call him Pussy Ass Chauncey from Menace Society. You know what I'm saying? You seen him in Dead Presidents. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of the most recognizable, I have to say, not only the personal friend, the wonderful actor, he doesn't get all of his accolades that I feel like he should be getting. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Clifton Powell. So yeah, of course. So you have Clifton Powell, who's the OG who just came home from doing a bid, and he's trying to get back on top. And he's willing to bust whatever lick he can to get back on top. And of course, his adversary is played by Convertible Bird. Shout out to OG Convertible Bird, Miami's greatest, let me say, world famous Convertible Bird, as my man would say. He's his old rival, and he's locked up at the time, and he's planning to get out, and he's watching Clifton moves, and you know what I'm saying, and Clifton getting into all type of problems. He has Kofi, which is played by none other than Michael Blackson, which is an African lick guy who sets things up for him, and things go bad with Russians, and he deals with Colombians, and I won't give too much of the series away, but what I'm gonna say is we really go into heavy in the dope game and go into from a perspective of an OG coming home and wanting to get back on top. You get what I'm saying? And that's really what season 1 is about for the league. So you definitely get entertained. You have Mickey Monday, one of the original last living cocaine cowboys out here, and free Mickey Monday, by the way. And you have Clifton Powell, you have Michael Blackson, you have J. Anthony Brown, you have J. Anthony Brown, shout out to you. You have Thomas Jones, you have Paul Campbell, shout out to Paul. You have Noel Galini, and who else am I forgetting? You have Diamond, Bethany Benz. Then we have definitely fresh new faces who stepped into the set from Miami. Samuel Monroe Jr. You have who else am I forgetting? Who else? Who? Who else? Oh yes, Roberto Escobar. Pastor P. St. Roosevelt. My man Daffy. We have a lot of talented upcoming, and that's what the whole thing was about. Like I just told you, watching The Wire and giving something like that for Miami a platform, and we made it international, bro. There are other people on, and we have to make it an international situation. So it's not just one-sided. In this lick, you have the Colombians, you have the Mexicans, you have the Russians, you have the Jamaicans, you you have the Haitians, you have the Africans. You get what I'm saying? You have a diverse, because that's what Miami is about. Miami is a whole kaleidoscope of different cultures and ethnicities. So you can't do a depiction about Miami really unless you're going into that. And that's what gave us the whole portal for us to take Lit to different cities and take it to different countries. Miami is always going to be the home for the Lit. That's never going to change. But we have to expand. We have to. Our TV series has legs. It has a storyline that will jump from Miami, and the next thing you know, you're in Panama. Or you know what I'm saying, you're in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my homie Japper out in Panama. We coming, bro. So yeah, man, it's a lot of things that you're gonna see that we're doing differently than all the other television series. And then we licks, bro. Licks is busted all type of different ways. You have your corporate licks, you have your strong arm licks, you know what I'm saying? You have all type, you have your internet, cyber licks, you have all type of different licks. No one can tell you what this is just defines a lick. You get what I'm saying? And for the people who don't know what a lick is a quick come up on money. Okay? You can walk down the street and you found $100 on the ground. Guess what? You just came up on the lick. Okay? That's really what it is. So to all of my people, just give you a little bit behind to what a lick means.
Yeah.
So,
and you know what that terminology is. Originally. So, where can we expect, so with that being said, are you gonna go to other states? And if so, where can we expect to see the Lick next? And are you casting in other states?
that we are, you know what I'm saying? And that's the beautiful thing. We're taking the same thing that I did in Miami, and I'm taking it to other different cities and states. So we are doing the Lick ATL for season 2. So now we're gonna be coming to Atlanta. Shout out to the A, shout out to Deborah Anthony, Miss Deb, who's definitely one of the executive producers over season 2 with me for the Lick. So I'm excited. I'm excited to come to ATL. I'm excited to be working out with some real dope talent out in the ATL. So for season 2, I'm doing 12 episodes. Season 1 was 5. So we're going really in for season 2. And of course, you got to top what you did for season 1. So everybody who loved the Lick movie, which is really the TV series, and they saw what we did, we're definitely gonna outdo what we did, what you watched. So we're gonna do 3 episodes in Miami, and then we're gonna do 9 episodes in Atlanta, and that's how we're doing it.
That way to fly away. So who can we expect to see in season 2?
Oh, you asking them questions. But I guess that's what the people want to know. Okay, I'm still going through some talent that, and I'm still finishing up season 2, to be honest with you, but I want to give the best work, you know what I'm saying? And I will tell the fans, season 2 is not going to take 9 years. You ain't got to worry about that. So the wait is over, we here. So yeah, I do have, of course, some of your favorite actors from season 1 is coming back for season 2. You definitely have Cliff the Powell, you definitely have Convertible Bird. We're definitely gonna pull Mike back, Michael Blackson. We're definitely pulling back Sam Monroe Jr. So we're pulling them. They are definitely coming back. Paul Campbell's coming back. But season 2, I will say this, you would definitely have Miss Deb on season 2. And a lot of people want to see Miss Deb in front of the camera, doing something. So I'm definitely excited, to be having her come aboard. But I don't want to give out too many as far as, because, we still going through paperwork, closing situations. I will say this. I am going after actors and actresses that aren't fans of their work. So if you watch my project and hey, you like that female in there, she look good, guess what? You got the same taste as me. You know what I'm saying? If you like that actor and you like him, he's one of your favorite actors and you like his work, guess what? We got the same taste. You get what I'm coming from? And that's really what it's about, bro. When you really liking a brand or you're liking something, that means you're sharing the same taste as the person who created it. You know what I mean? And then that taste becomes a long relationship. It's just like eating at your favorite restaurant or the clothes you wear. You get what I'm saying? And you know, that runs into relationships. And what people gotta understand is relationships are way much more stronger than money. You know what I'm saying? Are way much more stronger than money. You know, having a relationship with somebody longer than money. Man, money comes and goes, bro. Relationships are strong. You know what I'm saying? What I even had to learn in the industry, bro, is whether people come in your life, it's for two reasons. They were lessons or blessings. You get what I'm saying?
You love me or you hate me?
There's no other way. You know what I mean? So, you know, me myself, I know I'm a walking blessing. So if we get a chance to encounter, we're gonna do business, or something's gonna manifest out of the situation, or you might be the missing link I'm looking for, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to be lessons on nobody's life. You get what I mean? So even with mistakes that I've made in the past, you know, when I manifested into the person I was, you know, it was cool for me to tap in to try to go ahead and settle those situations. That's just the person I am. You know what I mean? I'm a totally different person than I was before. You know, but you know what I'm saying? This is new COVID me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anything else I did pre-COVID, you know, is totally different. But this, you know, this COVID now situation I am, and this new norm got me totally thinking and doing things a lot differently than what I used to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just, I'm different. I'm doing my business differently. And some people adjust to it, some people don't. That's cool. It really doesn't matter to me whether you adjust to my new way of, you know, it's basically, I structured this, I'm gonna go ahead and write the way I wanna do, and that works for me. You know, and I'm just not talking about me, I'm responsible for a whole lot of people. So every decision I make has to be chess. You know, one wrong move, game over. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you gotta reset the whole board. And we're trying to do that. You know, we trying to win. So, and that's the whole focus point with us.
So, other than movies, you managing artists, or what are you doing other than movies? Because I know you're doing other things.
Yeah, of course. You know, me myself, even being one out of 6 kids, coming from a big household, you know, I still was considered the black sheep, you know, the family. You know, so to me, I started my company, Black Sheep Turned Gold. So, you know, what we basically are managing actors and actresses. You know, I have a set core of actors and actresses that I manage. Just like how Tyler does, so whatever project I do, they come along with, you know what I'm saying? And you know, if you are signed to me, then of course, then I'm definitely gonna work with you, and I definitely see something in you. You know, then I have 2 artists that I have, you know, CeCe Tony, which is she's dope, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to CeCe Tony. If you saw the link and heard the Hate Me record at the end, that was CeCe Tony. She got more stuff coming. You know, I got Charisma. You know, she's.
I got Charisma too.
Yeah, Charisma's dope, man. She's you know, pop. You know, really pop artist. You know, she's different. You know, so you're gonna be hearing a lot more from her. You know, we're getting her right. You know, so I just really want to go ahead and bring the old feeling, how the above the rim, how New Jack City was. Were you able to see a good film? You heard a good score, background music to the film. It just complemented it, as well as you were eager to go ahead and buy the soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? And you loved the videos when it came out and everything. I think we need to bring that feeling back. You know what I'm saying? So whether if I do a horror film, whether if I do a PG film, whether I do some drama or street film, you're still gonna have that good music that's gonna complement the project. And you know what I'm saying? And I really want to bring good music, because that's where I started. I started from the music. You know, the music, the acting, the writing, the producing, everything all came all into play. And of course, the hustling and being in the business since I was young is just in my blood. So having all that, you know what I'm saying, and really after going through the mud and going through the pitfalls and the pain and getting back on top, when I finally realized like this is what I'm meant to do, that's when it's like, okay, let me see if I can do any damage control. If damage control, hey, if I can do it, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, hey, don't beat yourself up if people don't want to accept a sorry or an apology and accept the new you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's cool, bro. You're not here to please the world. You know what I'm saying? But out of kindness of your heart, you want to reach out. That's all good. You do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, at the end of the day, it might be the one thing that makes you want to sleep at night. To know, you know, I did reach out. I did apologize. I did try to clean up the situation. You know what I'm saying? So you're good. It's not on your conscience. Now you can move forward and stay with the business at hand. You get what I mean? A real man mans up to his wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. You know, you is not a punk or to man up to your wrong. You know, but from what you do forward, you know what I'm saying, is a whole other situation. You know, me myself, I'm gonna put out good content always. I'm gonna be blessed where I'm gonna definitely meet some talented people and help them manifest their careers and put out good work. And we gonna keep it going. We gonna keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Till we're forward. You know, the one thing I'm different from all the other directors is my vision is different. I write, you know, it's one. I act, I produce, I cast, you know what I'm saying, I edit, you know, I can do everything. You get what I'm saying? So, and that's a blessing, you know, but that comes from years of experience. You know, I had to learn it, you know what I'm saying? So, and I've been blessed that I've been around the best, you know, the best rappers, the best athletes, you know what I'm saying, the best everything. So, you know, and learning what I learned since I was young is definitely an opportunity where I can manifest and speak to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying, and let you know what time it is. You know, I've been there, I know the feeling. You get what I'm saying? So, when you a boy from the hood and, you know, you've been to places where people never been in, and you cross paths and people know you, you get what I'm saying? It's a big difference, bro. You can know a lot of people, okay, but who knows you? You get what I'm saying? You know, so, and that's the dope thing. When people know you and know your work, you know what I'm saying, that speaks volumes.
That's quality. That's quality over anything right there. So, what are you working on next? Are we going to see another, after the lit, are you working on another film, another genre? What can we expect?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay. Yeah, so we're doing a lit. Then after lit, I am doing another movie. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my man Ronnie Dupree. Shout out to you and me. We're doing a project which is gonna be different from the lit. You know, it's gonna be a love story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's called Greener Grass. So greener grass. Greener grass. Greener grass, yeah. So basically, it's gonna be a movie that caters on going outside the relationship and, thinking the grass is greener on the other side. But you know what? So if you really want to go and say it like that, my brother, that is not what I said. Okay, this movie is not about cheating on nobody's wife. It is about the story of a relationship, okay, and the story of the other significant other going outside of their relationship because they think another situation is better. You get what I mean? So that's why it's called Greener Grass. So it's a relationship movie. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of something like Best Man, on that thing. I really want to show a depiction of another side. You know what I'm saying? Another thing for also for my talented actors, actresses, thespians, the lick might not be the wave for them. And that's cool. You get what I'm saying? There might be this genre, might be the wave. Romantic comedy, you know what I'm saying? Something else might be the wave. You know, we're definitely gonna go into animation, you know, a project. You know, I look at all my nephews and my nieces and I feel like, you know, they can't watch today. But you know, if I do animated series and I get a chance to voice some of the characters and, you know, things like that, something that's different. You get what I'm saying? The whole thing about being a great creator is create. So the biggest thing I wanted to do is create, and the second thing I wanted to do is get a home. So I could outsource my work. So now that I kicked in the door for myself, oh, we about to go to work. Get what I mean?
Man, you ain't even playing, bro. So, okay. Now, I want to go back to when you said that you were rapping first. How was that conversion for you from turning rapper to director at work? When you were rapping, did you ever direct any of your films? Your music videos or something?
The first one was that the Game Don't Differ joint that I did. You know, that was the first video that I wanted to direct that I turned into a movie. That, you know what I'm saying, I fell into my calling. But you know what? That's a good question because the rapping world and the directing world is two different worlds. Okay? So doing the transition of what rappers do, you can't do it in the directing world. So I had to learn that the hard way. So you know what I'm saying? So especially, you know, you're gonna be, God bless the dead, John Singleton. Your John Singleton is John Singleton. John Singleton is not doing what Future is doing. You know what I'm saying? So they're moving differently. So me being a rapper, I was moving the rapper way. So, which got me in a lot of trouble because I'm trying to be this director. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm trying to live a totally different a lifestyle, you know, but I got rapper ways in me. So I was doing the rapper shit, and the rapper shit got me in a whole lot of trouble, you know what I'm saying? And of course, I had to learn different between both, you know what I'm saying? You don't have a mixtape coming out. You don't have to go to strip club to make it rain, you know? You don't have to have 20, 30 females on your arm. You know, there's certain things that rappers do, you know, or rappers get away with because that is the norm for them to be susceptible. But when you're a director, you can't do them certain things that rappers do, you know what I mean? So, and you know, that I had to learn. And I was rolling around with rappers. So, of course, you're rolling around with rappers, and you're a rapper yourself, you're gonna do rapper shit. So, but you can't do rapper shit being this top director. You get what I'm saying? Because the only way you're gonna do it is you're gonna have to break the mold. And to break the mold is to teach the world this is the new norm, and you know, this is the way you're gonna do it, and no one's gonna do that. But they're not gonna accept that, bro. So, you know, you gotta do it the way you gotta do it. And that, you know, and that's what I think I have to learn.
I like that. So, becoming a movie film director for the first time and writing your own content, was it more different from writing the music or no?
You know, yeah, it was. It was and it wasn't. Because when you're doing the music, you know, you're making it fit to the beat. You get what I'm saying? Now, there is no beat. You know, you're right. You know, so there's no beat for you to go to. You know, there's no punchlines you have to come in with or anything like that. There's no, you know, no hook. You know, there's nothing that you have to come with. but you are writing in a sense, so you are still creating. You know what I'm saying? Artists are the same thing. They are poets. You know, in a sense, they are the Langston Hughes and all of those other great poets. You know, that's what they're doing to music. You know, but now you're transitioning where you don't have to. You're not timed. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to put things in a certain flow or order. You know, you're coming with a straight storyline that you have to keep people tuned in from beginning to end. You know, and at the end of the day, it's any other narrative, there's a beginning, there's a turning point, there's a conclusion, finale. You get what I'm saying? Those are the media protocols for you to follow about. It's like writing your essay. So it's the same thing that you put down to paper, you know, when you're writing. So, and that's the whole thing. But the whole thing about it is having creative content, having the right people in place, having a shop where, you know, all of those are other elements that all have to be checkpoints marked off, or, you know, you don't have what you're really meant out to put out to the world.
Now, directing a film for the first time and having to have everybody in place, what was that like for you? Like, what was going through your mind? Because, yeah, you wrote a film, this is the storyline, but to put everybody in place, like, what was that like going through your mind? Because you wrote it down, but you actually seen it. Like, what was that feeling like?
It was surreal. It was surreal. So, you know, I remember the first day, like it was yesterday, like we was down there filming and, you know, you got the trailer there, and Trick is there, and you got crew, and you got lighting, and the weather's beautiful, and you feeling good, and ain't nothing to stop you from there. You know, that is like a feeling that, you know, that's unexplainable. You get what I mean? Until you really been there. You know, for instance, yourself right now. You know, how you explain the feeling, how you feel when you get your first award, or when you get an opportunity and the curtains open and you watch that crowd and it's your own place, your own show. You feel what I'm coming from? You know, that is, I tell you, like no other high you could explain. You know, you are really manifesting something that you thought of. You know what I mean? That right there is a gift within itself. You know, so, and others will follow your footsteps. Others will be inspired by your story. You know, like I said, when we're in the midst of what we do it because we're passionate. We do it because we're chasing our success. We don't really look at the ripple effect of the people that we touch, the people we inspire, the people that we help, the people that we put in position to change their lives. You know what I'm saying? We making it as a dream. But we doing it, why? Because we're following our dream. You get what I mean? And that's the dopest thing you could ever do.
That's crazy because following your dream helps other people to follow their dreams.
Exactly.
Dang, that's crazy.